Whoa, okay.
You got pick them is? You want to play?
Absolutely.
Let's jam. Let's jam, guys, real quick here. Should we review a little bit? A bit. We were talking about markups, is that right? Markups are stuff that happens now from the retailer to the consumer, right? So it's what's happening from that place. The stuff that we've covered so far, chapter 7, 8, that was stuff that's happening from the factory to the retailer stuff. So then it was fun. Remember, I asked you guys a long time ago, is there a place where I can look up the markups that are done for vehicles? I finally found it. It took me only 2 months to find it. But there it is right here. It is this little guy right here. And of course, I want to look up an Escalade because that's kind of fun. And so, we can do that real quick here. Yeah, so it has a whole bunch of different makes and models. I'm going to look up mine because I want to look up mine. So here it is. The dealership cost right here. Here's the dealer cost. There's the invoice, and then there's the manufacturer price for it. So just so you guys know, it's not like double the cost, right? It's so real quick here, if you got a calculator, I just need to know just for the top row, give me percent markup. Right there, right there.
Never tell us you can check the exact same car, aka like a Yukon, and see how much that car.
This what usually happens.
Mr. Conjo, can you zoom in on the number?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So usually they give you what right there. So it's the first one. Then I never knew that there was actually that's premium luxury. That's right. Yeah. So dealership cost. It cost the dealership that much.
Dixon, get the V8 in that. Rear-wheel drive. You can do burnout.
He's talking.
No, he's not. Do a burn. No, get that Hennessy Performance H1000 package. You can outrun God in that thing.
Can we buy you a new car right now?
Not today. Just for the fun of it. I mean, when I drive it, I'll drive it. Yeah.
That like we can do your taxes now, buy a house.
That's right. Yes, man. You should be well informed here.
You are going to jail.
Of course. No, we use the money.
Price for the same Royal.
So it feels like
Yeah. We'll look up prices in just a second.
A Suburban, because they're literally the same thing. So I'm guessing it'll be cheaper.
Oh yeah, a lot cheaper. So I want to go from this is the most inexpensive model. Anybody got the percent markup yet? Oh, percent markup is you got to go with manufacturer price, subtract dealership cost, and then you divide by the dealership cost. By the original cost. Then that's going to be, and then you got a percentage, so you got to multiply by 100.
84. No, 0.84.
Oh, dude, service. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so for cars, we good there? Yeah, cars markup is about 8%, 8.5%.
Dealership actually sells it for. Like there's certain states and certain cars where it's like insanely jacked up over the MSRP.
Oh yes, correct. Yeah, so that means they're trying to make even above that, right?
100 grand in the
So that's the lowest model. The fun part is when you go to the highest model. There's your highest model. This is the Sport Premium package. It's $106,000 for the cost to make it. Literally. So then you got this one. So real quick here, out of curiosity, is it the same number-ish? So 106,594 to 115,690. So again, subtract this one, and then divide by this one, and then multiply by 100. All right, that's not talking about all the different package options. It's, just 8.4. Yeah, so right about 8.5-ish, right?
I'm impressed with pedaling.
Cool. All right, and then we're not talking about all the different premium packages you can add to it right on top of that. So we have that. Okay, but 8%, we good? So real quick, let's look up two models here. I'm going to go like this. How much is what?
Which is the $500 first one?
A lot. Yeah, I did not know. I can't find the base price to the first.
Wait, $10
G35.
Okay, we'll go Infinity. I don't have a G35, so there's no,
2003.
there's no,
But
and this is current price.
Oh.
Chevrolet Suburban.
No, go with the
Corp.
Suburban because then we compare the actual cars. You can
Do
get
you-
the same model for some.
as a kid, what? Infinity? Dang. That's it.
So this is the 2024 models, right? Yeah. So that's the base model.
Yeah, I know.
And then we got ourselves okay. We got the convertible, then we got the Stingray model. Oh, interesting. Z06.
Yeah. You want to get the ZR1? Oh no, the first ZR1 auction for like freaking $2 million or no?
That's
It was
I would
insane.
expect the sports cars to have more of like a.
The
Maybe other
001
ones
chassis
probably do.
got.
Mhm.
Can you look at like are there any exotic?
Oh,
cars?
interesting. Yeah, let's see. Give me.
BMW M5.
That's Corvette's whole thing.
Okay, yeah, there you go. A BMW. Let's see if we can do an M5.
Yeah, do a Ford.
Nope, it's just the standard models. They don't even give you a price list.
All the X series
And then it'll have the,
SUVs of fives.
Then it should have the M5 on it.
Okay, talk to me. 55 to 59. That is about another 8% ish. Is that right? 8%. You're adding another $4,000 to 55,000. That's about 8%.
Oh wow, they really.
Wow, that's even less. That's probably around like less or a little under 8% right here.
Now let's look at the markup from a '92 Civic, that you can get off like Facebook Marketplace. Oh, there we go. The M Sport that's enough, dude.
So these guys are all extras though, right? Yeah, these are guys that are going to be extras on top of the MSRP.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're old.
1,000.
Uh-huh.
That thing weighs more than an airplane.
That thing is great.
That's essentially that's what happens too though, yeah.
That's like
And then you got to wait to have that delivered
My
or
beg to differ, but it's pretty close.
Okay. So I thought it was kind of cool.
What about, like,
I finally found it.
Top or exotic Ferrari. Surely they
Okay.
more than 8%.
Depends. Let's see. Depends if it's in here, right?
Well, it's
'Cause-
still a sedan. It's still not like a.
No, Ferrari should have.
Mitsubishi
should have
is technically
above
exotic.
50% mark.
Oh, give me
Name is just
what it technically is.
It's
Mitsubishi.
the higher end ones
No,
here,
so-
but looks like they only have like the regular models, right? Yeah, they don't have any exotic models here.
Go
So- So,
As long as you know what you like. And if
So anyways, I wanted to show that to you guys. I thought that was kind of cool to sort of have that. So the true dealership cost, ready, is the invoice price, which is over there, right? And then they have a destination fee that is there. And then they have their own sort of holdback price. So it's the hidden manufacturer's markup or markdown, depending on the dealer, right? So if a huge dealership is selling 10 a day, right? And then you have one dealership that's selling once a week, right? You're going to offer that little discount to the bigger dealership, right? So there's that piece there. It's interesting too, because the bigger dealership also then has a higher inventory. They have more employees, right? They have all that stuff. So it's like, does it balance out? Yeah, most of the time it balances out.
That just showed how much the car company sold the car for. That doesn't show how much the car itself actually cost to make. That's how much the dealership.
Oh, true, yeah. So it's
how much of a
it's how much
markup
the
is there
dealership.
from the? How much is the company mark up the car?
Yeah,
You
don't
think
know.
that's more than 8.5%?
Probably not much more. I mean,
Depends on what brand.
yeah, part of it is, did you guys, so I don't think it's gonna be much more markup because here it is, when the total cost of a car, right, is the building of the car, right? It's the labor,
Robots.
workers' comp, it is everything that goes into manufacturing the car and getting it out, right? Before getting it out to the dealership. There was a long time ago, there was GM, probably before your time. GM had a little problem in which to make a car and to then sell a car, right? The making of the car was actually so expensive that it was more than actually they could sell it for. And the reason for it is because they're a huge organization. On top of that is they had a retirement program that was retirement. So they had a lot of people in retirement. So that pension program was eating away at, right? Because we had a little bit of a growth spurt and then population was not as high. But yeah, they had a huge retirement program. And so on top of that is they were not controlling costs. So what do? They asked the government for a $6 billion loan, and government bailed them out. And so they were called government motors for a while instead of GM. It's General
Oh,
Motors.
General Motors.
Yeah, but it was called government motors for a bit. And so what they did is they fired all middle management. They are gone. And so that was one way to reduce costs. And then they renegotiated all their raw manufacturing costs again. And the fun part of the story is then they manipulated the stock market and they made a whole bunch of money. Yeah. There's a whole news article about it and stuff like that. With $6 billion, you can start manipulating the stock market certain ways.
You could hire his take all of
And so there was some fluctuation in the stock market that was kind of off in an interim of almost a year after that. And then all of a sudden GM is profitable, they're doing great, and they repay the government with interest. And they were on top of that, they were making a huge profit on top of that. So like, wow, that was such a quick turnaround. So that was a fun little story. Okay. Okay, with that, we good? Now let's jump to this little guy right here. So there it is. Cost of cars before markup. I thought that was kind of cool. I've been searching for that website for a while already. So finally found it. All right, let's go with it here. And previous section, yep. We were based upon the rate of cost was always 100%. Let's go to this one. So now we want to do is we want to make sure that we know what is the markup based upon the selling price. So if you have something selling already, can you go backwards in a sense? So here we got 9.2. Take notes as you need them. We're good. And then raise your hand if you guys did get start on the stop and check yet. No, just wanted to know. Honesty question. Thanks for being honest with me. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. So we have a calculator. It costs $5. Sells for $10. Wow. What is the rate of markup based upon the selling price? We did it from cost to selling price before, right? What would be the markup? Just out of curiosity, I think this should be pretty easy. A calculator costs $5 to make, and it sells for $10. What's the markup from the cost? It's 100% markup, right? It costs $5 to make, and the markup is $5, and you got yourself markup. Okay, so let's go backwards now. So what's this? If you know the selling price, going backwards here. Right, so divide the markup by the selling price. So notice you go backwards here. You go 5 here, selling price, and you get 50%. What? Divide the markup by the selling price to get the difference, and then multiply by 100 to get a markup of 50%. What's up with that?
Is it 50% of the selling price?
Go with that. So let's go 2 more examples here. Let's go with this one here. Dog collar sells for, it is 50 from the selling price, right? So you have a markup that sometimes is from cost. You got a markup sometimes is from selling price itself, which is different. So if you say like, oh, the markup was so and so, but from where? Okay, so go with it. 2 problems here for you. Dog collars. All right. Costs $4, sells for $10, all yours. But on this side, so Calvin doesn't have the answers.
Would it be 40?
Markup from the $10.
So it's a markup based upon selling price.
60. Would it be 40%? Would it be 40%? So, okay. Well,
All right, so let's see. Are we good there?
The different.
It is the difference between the two. So we have
60%.
So from 5 minus 5, we kind of didn't know, right? Is it the sell price or is it the difference between the price? It's the difference. And next one. What's the markup here? And again, tell me if you guys need to go a little slower here.
I'm just like,
Go ahead, Jake.
since it's like,
Sorry, Sam.
since it's like complement 60% on the, we had one that sold for 5 and then 10, and then, or to create it, or the cost original is $5 and it starts for 10. Is there like, I don't know, is there like some, it's like we jumped from 100%, or we jumped from 100% down to just like with the change of $1, 60%. Am I not mistaken? Or
Oh yeah, let's see. So the formula here, if we want to do the formula, it would be selling price, which is the $10, and we subtract off the original cost. So it's that right there, and then we divide it by, in this case, now it's going to be the selling price. All right, so that's the difference there. So depending what you mean by markup. So this one here, anybody with this one here? So 2 minus $1.25.
38.
Perfected. So the amount of markup is 75 cents.
Round up.
And then you divide it by the selling price itself and then multiply by 100. Okay. And then real quick here, right here, Jake, sorry, I forgot to, and then to get your percentage, you are going to multiply by 100. Oh no, this is a new formula here because we're basing it now against the selling price instead. So class real quick here. So if we go all the way back to 9.1, let's go back to 9.1. What would be the markup from cost for number 1? You got a dog collar, costs you $4 to make. You're going to sell it for $10. What's the markup? And what's the percent markup?
Man, I'm
great. No, it's 100 and 150%.
Oh, from the.
Yeah, it's about 100. It's 150%. True, right? Because you have, right, $10 minus $4, right? But then you divide by the original cost, which is $4. So it's 6 over 4, which makes what? 3 halves, which makes 1.5 or 1.5, multiplied by 100. So notice those numbers are really different from each other, right?
Wait, so which the 60% is the markup from the cost?
60% is markup from the selling price. If you go backwards here, so depending what your denominator is.
They like what? There's one. It's just $6. So I don't. Guess I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Because ones are the. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You're doing it out of 10.
Yeah, I understand the math aspect. I'm just not confused on like the practical. Like, how do you pick which one? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time, if we say markup is this one right here, is 9.1.
It's the percentage of 4 to 10. Like, how much times that?
Okay. Yeah. And then you'll see in business sometimes the markup is based on. You'll have to say the markup is based upon selling price, but in business,
So general markup is 150.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine.
Cool. All right. And this next slide here, let's see. Try to do the next slide. 23, 24. All right, so now let's go this way here. So we got the selling price based upon cost. How about this way here? I think I want to go to an example here. So let's do an example here. So find the cost and selling price. If you know that the markup is $5 and the only thing that you know is that the markup is 20%. You have no clue what the cost is. You have no clue what the selling price is.
You know, selling price or base.
Yeah, it's a markup based upon selling price. So markup rate based on selling price. It's all yours there. Have fun. How would you guys figure this one out? So I know the markup is $5, and I also know the markup is 20% of the sale price. That's all the information I got.
So
I guess multiply it by 5.
times 5 is 25. So is that the selling price? This is 100%.
Say again, Calvin, one more time.
Well, 5 times 5 is 25.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be the cost, right? Or the selling price?
It should be the
You
selling,
tell me, you're the math.
the selling price, because I didn't be on
Where'd you get the other five though?
100 divided by 20 is 5. So after
Oh, gotcha. So, but it'll be 1/5 then, right? Or no?
years.
Yes. So I multiplied it by 5.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, the cost is 20 and selling price is 25.
It makes sense, but for some reason we're probably wrong.
Because if you go all the way to 25 from 5, right? That's a huge markup. But we'll see. Let's take it out.
Oh,
So,
the
Maybe the
markup is $5.
mm-hmm.
So the cost would be 20 and the selling price would be 25.
Gotcha. Okay. Uh-huh. There you go. Okay. So let's go with it here. So I got myself this little guy right here. And I think Calvin is absolutely right. Okay. So what we do here is we could just do the markup divided by the price itself or the percentage.
That way.
So this one probably want to write down here. So if you only know the markup and you only know the percent of markup or the rate of markup based upon selling price. Here's a little formula there. Should I do? I should. Oh yeah, I like highlights.
This is to find, what's the word for finding?
We're trying to find the selling price as well as the cost. We're trying to find everything else on that little thingamajiggy there.
The rate of markup is just the percentage.
Uh-huh, yeah. So the only thing that we're given was we know the markup was $5. We also knew that it was the markup based upon selling price was the percentage. So we only knew 2 pieces of information from 6 pieces of information. So real quick here on your calculator, just to make sure, can you divide $5? Divide by 0.2, because I want to know what that actually gives us. What's the formula for?
20.
25, right? So this guy, if you want to write in the formula, this gives you selling price right away.
So
Oh, wow, the seconds. Yeah.
this is that we're just made.
Good time if you guys done? Tell me if you need more time.
Need a monster.
Looney Tunes.
Are we good there? Cool.
Sometimes.
All right, let's go with it here. 2 problems. Find the selling price with the amount of markup based upon the selling price for the following items here. So cell phone company, which has been marked up. A cell phone
33.
marked up $50, and the rate of markup is 33%.
That word, you just divide it by its percent, by its decimal.
Mm-hmm.
50.
So it's 1.5.
So this is
They're 1.5.
155.15151515.
I mean, no way he just said 50.
151.5%. Right.
oh, not markup. We're trying to get the selling price.
That's the selling.
That's the selling price?
I think.
Interesting. Okay, I got this one here. But is that true?
Oh,
Times
God.
3.8.
Maybe I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
Is it 155? 555?
151.1515.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Well,
So
it
maybe,
depends on the amount of 3s you use. For example,
It's true.
but hold on. This one just says 33%, right? So we got to keep. It would say,
If it a third. The 150.
yeah. If it's at a third, we would use some more. Or if it said,
to 100.
so I say this is wrong. Is that right? What is it truly?
I don't know. I got 150.
155.
How'd you get 150?
I added more
A
zeros.
million threes.
So if it says 30, I'm gonna go with.
After all, we're trying to get to 100. So
Most likely the book thought it to be 33.3333%, but it doesn't say so, right? Or else it would have been said it's just 33% is the
if
markup.
we use
So,
the original
Uh-huh.
calc, that would help.
so you guys have to help me out here. So 150, what?
151.15.
0.51.
Oh, my bad.
515.
151.515.
So 512 then?
Sure.
Would you guys, because we have to always go to the nearest cent.
Yes, 151.5.
Thank you.
If we use
All
the
right.
original.
And next one.
Dollars.
Spelled my choice.
Yeah. And
Make sure where we're at here. Okay, are we good there? Answer is $5. Okay, there it is.
I just lost the game.
I saw the game. Calvin, I know.
Okay. And
Do you know what invented it?
Said it, sounded like.
Pilot.
Will sent me a wiki.
No, I sent you the.
We good?
you don't
We good with the
have games or what?
all right, and then I guess I do have it right here. Here's the selling price. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Well, how the hell does anyone lose it?
Say it, so that's like cheating.
Good, Lily, or no? Yep.
You can lose the game.
All right, and then I also posted these slides on Google Classroom, right? Yeah, they're there now. Except I'll make this little correction right here after the class is done sometime today. All right, Lily, are we good now? All right, so this one, I guess I did have a slide for there's selling price if you have not written it down already. There it is. So this is selling price is
What's going to keep that through so devious?
I have an eyelash up on the game right now.
Can you stop talking?
I'm sorry.
well,
Sassy.
so real quick here. This one is a little bit different here. So you got selling price. Notice the connection here. Now it's cost, right? So subtract the rate of markup from 100% to determine the rate of cost. So we're going to go from cost to selling price directly. Are we good there? So this is not markup and percent of markup. This is cost and rate of cost. All right, what do we do? On the bottom, though, we got to do a little quick calculation here. We subtract the rate of markup from 100%. It's going to be, and that will determine the rate of cost for it.
And SP is selling price.
Selling price,
Rate of cost. That's just the percentage that has been increased from based on the selling price.
So if we know the markup was 20%, right? That means we will know that the rate of cost based upon would be 80%. Good. You guys are just jamming. That's cool.
Gel out one more time.
So if you have, we have to subtract the rate of the markup. So let's say the markup was 33% markup,
60%.
but we only know the cost price, right? We don't know the markup value. Yeah, so we're gonna subtract 100, gets you 65%. We divide that, and that should give us right to selling price right away.
Did you say it was a 33% markup?
35%?
30.
As in a quick example. Okay, and let's jam. I got it. No problem, no problem. Go for it. Yep. I'll wait for you guys. All right, an example and then two problems here. Here, that's the.
Realize that.
All right, we're good.
All right, let's go. An example here. Here it is. So we know this. We know the cost. Find the selling price marked up for a pair of jeans. Cost is $28. Has a markup selling price of 30%. That's the markup. So all we got to do.
$40 is the selling price.
Awesome. So we just have to figure this guy out first, right here. What's the rate of cost? 70%. And all we do is going to divide 28 by 70%. Here we go. And $40 is correct for jeans.
Where you getting your jeans?
Ross. Wow.
You're getting another market. I don't need jeans. I go to boot barn. Boot barn? That's I need Wranglers that fit.
Boot barn is a stretch of jeans. Boot barn cannot be a real place.
You look up from Ross.
All my
shirts.
At least he admits that he's not.
And my shirt's from Ross.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even pass a good observation. I'm so proud of
From
you.
what?
You don't
These
have to
two are
live
from
in
Ross.
Pasadena. Six person.
These socks are probably also from Ross.
Ross.
Yes.
Whoa, TMI there.
I'm sorry. I got socks from us too. Just get all my shoes.
That's funny. Okay, we good? Two problems. Here we go. All yours.
Was Ross,
One bathroom.
is Ross the plug?
I'm not driving fast, but I was just stuck like an hour. AJ
That doesn't have any,
Not a lot of them.
Why?
Anyway, handheld calculator that costs the retailer marked up 60%. Is he marked up 60% from?
I don't.
From the $2. Oh, sorry, no. It's marked up 60% based upon the selling price.
My actual. Why should write that in the name?
So the
Speds on your side.
whatever percentage is 40,
Uh-huh. You good?
and the selling price is.
So let's go with it. Yep. So we got to go subtract this from 100.
Have to go like that dog.
This
Where is my look cursor? Yeah. What's up?
Can you just tell me what my video is doing here? What is this?
Really dog.
This one and this one. This one?
Just what's that formula?
This one. This one is if you know the markup value and the markup percentage.
Like, what is it? Well, solving.
Oh, yes, selling price as well. Selling price. We're just trying to get to the selling price.
Yeah.
Oh no, you had me until then.
Oh, just put selling price here, and I'll go over it again just real quick here. You good?
Yeah. Well, no, but yeah.
No? Class, let's go with it here. So many people.
No.
So, real quick here. Let me re-explain as we go.
Oh my god.
So let me go backwards just a little bit here. So what we've been doing so far up until now is if we are given let me go back to my original here. Oh, that's 9.1. Let me jump to this one right here. So class, what we got here, we started off today was we knew here's the best way to do it. So we knew the cost it took, right? And we knew the selling price, right? And we want to know what was the markup. That was easy enough. We're good. So then we jump to this one right here. So this is the one that we want to get to. So what happens if you only know what is the markup value and you only know your markup percent? So there's only two pieces you know, and you're just trying to get to the selling price. Because once you get here, of course, you can do everything else as well, right? And so that was this formula here. The markup divided by the rate of markup based upon selling price. So that gets you directly to your selling price right away. Okay, good there? And if you have a calculator, you can calculate it just to confirm it, right? That's why I should have that calculator hand. Okay, are we good there? So then we jump to... Yes, yeah. And we're just, in the next one, we're going to try to get the selling price. Now the question is this, on the next one, depends what you're given. So if it says, notice what it says right here, it says find the cost and selling price, right? I'm trying to find both. If a handbag is marked up $5, so you know the markup right here is $5, and then you know your markup rate.
It's not raw like algebra.
I don't like algebra spirit.
So if you know those two pieces only to get the selling price, here's your formula for it. And then once you have the selling price, you subtract it from your markup and you got back to cost. So you're just trying to figure out the rest. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, now let's jump to this one, the one we're doing currently here. Hopefully I can find it here. Let's see, where are we at now? I think we're on this one, so we're going to go here. So now the question is this, what happens if, let me just go forward here. What happens this way here? What happens if you know the cost, right? So you have this function given, and then you have the markup. That's our issue now.
What's it trying to find?
Still selling price and then also markup. So you're just trying to find the other two.
Is that
So you're given cost, right? And you're giving, yeah, that was the last one that we did right before I went back.
And that.
Okay, we're good there like that.
Just lost, so I was wondering.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, here.
Yeah.
Right.
Cost and rate of cost. We're going to use, yeah, so the difference is what are you given, right? The previous formula.
Multitasking.
Say with
Ooh.
words. How do you-
Yeah, we're going to do it right now because this is the one that we're on right now. So let's go with it here, Joe. Here's the way we use it is your cost
In like good night.
and then your rate of cost based upon the selling price.
Wait, 1950.
So what we do here is we subtract to get you this right here. So you have to subtract from 100%.
What did you get called?
So this is, guys, real quick, all we're just doing is we're just trying to get to the rest of the information based upon the limited information we're given.
Yes, Mr. Hodges. If it was a marked up based off of the cost instead of the selling price, then what we can do to this?
I haven't got there yet.
Sorry,
Today.
my apologies.
Say that again?
Oh, don't do that because I'll confuse you even more.
My apologies.
So right now we're just working on cost amount and rate of markup. Good. So Lily, are we good with that? Right. And so notice it's not just the 30% that goes in there. It's the subtraction from 100 that goes in there and then convert to decimal. All right. 2 problems here. Here we go.
Markup rate 100 or whatever's given.
Yeah, because always going to have to be that way because this would always be 100, right? But remember, this is based upon selling price, right? If you're based upon cost, then this guy gets you the 100, right? So it depends on where your 100 is,
Is
really.
there like a list of all these formulas somewhere?
Like very clear cut.
There seems to be like 101 different formulas that we're using for each.
Yeah, let's see. I could do that this weekend. I can kind of put them
If
all
it's
together.
not-
Yeah, could do that.
That was
We've had all the formulas thus far. There's nothing coming up with any now.
I know, but it's kind of in different spots, right? It's not in one single spot.
It's just slightly different.
Mhm. All right, all yours, guys. For an answer.
these again. Sorry.
Yeah.
This one you multiply by 100. Right. By 100%.
Wait.
Yes.
What's it marked up on?
Yeah.
This one
Off of the $2.
you don't. These
Correct, yeah. Yeah, because your percentage is already, oh yeah, sure. So good question. The reason why you don't is because your percentage is already inside the equation.
I know.
It's included in.
Mr. Ryan, for this new problem, can you?
Nope.
For the new one, is the markup 60%? That's based on the cost on the $2. So that's the normal one.
This is, no, this is based upon the selling price.
Surely that was.
So 9.2 is markups based upon selling price.
100%.
We actually already did it.
Yeah.
So it's
9.1,
Then the counter.
9.1 was all about markups based upon cost. You good? 9.1 was markups based upon cost. 9.2,
Out of 100 mark.
yeah, 9.2 is all about markups based upon selling price. Actually, it even says it. Look at that. Kind of weird. There's markup based on selling price now. And markup comparisons.
But do you need to you need to use 40 for this somewhere? Is it like 2 divided by 0.4 or something?
Absolutely. So let's go with it here. So all we do is we take the cost, because this is the cost, divided by this one subtracted from 100. So 40% as a decimal comes in as 0.4. Answer is
2 divided by 0.4 is 5.
$5 it is. Okay.
See, I like
Find it.
just kind of intuition what to do. Doesn't make any sense, but I can't. No.
Just give me the formula.
Just gotta look.
I say
Get a feeling.
yeah.
So sell price right away is $5. And then you got to subtract the 5 from the 2, right? Because that gave you $5 right here, right? And $5, and that was the selling price. So then in order to get the cost,
Wow.
cost was selling price minus markup. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. This was sorry, wrong formula here. This is markup, right? Markup is equal to selling price minus cost. $5 minus the $2 makes the $3. Point four was 100% minus 60% and then converted to decimal.
Sitting far away from me.
And all yours for this one. Are we good with this? Are we good with number 1 though? No? Okay. Yeah. I gotta erase part of it here too.
Thought it was supposed to be 80 or 8. No, it's 8 divided by 6. $8 and what was
What?
60% subtract from 100 to give you a 40.
the next.
Oh, the next one, yeah. I'm gonna.
Well, it was there.
All right. Can I go on? Can I erase this part right here, guys? No, go ahead, good. Tony, if you need to write it down, go for it. Because that's
Not you.
yeah. So markup, the amount of markup is selling price minus the cost, which now is $3. So if you want to hear, these guys should be labeled, huh? So there's selling price. This is markup, and
It's starting to click. I think you're very
It's certain.
Starting before.
I was afraid you would do that. I knew you were gonna do it. I was just hoping. Sense of humor for those guys been by
It wasn't, I just thought about it.
okay. And Jake, are we good now with this one? Cool. As long as it's being cleared up, that's a cool thing. All right, all yours there. Box of gourmet chocolates cost $8. Gourmet chocolates. Gourmet. Gourmet.
Dang.
See this? Yeah. Uh huh. Oh yeah. Gourmet. Those French.
Oh, we're going awesome. They say chivalry is dead. Nah, my wallet is full. That's right. It's the. What do you think? That's. Oh, it was this one. Do you want me to buy you chocolate or something? What? I could get you a monster, but that's it. I can't afford chocolate. Is that a monster?
Yeah, he offered. You should say yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Especially clothes.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Love it. Love a box of chocolate.
Wow, that's disrespectful. You off with your left hand. That's insane.
Right.
Sitting down too.
So,
Sitting down,
Your left hand sitting down. Also, you don't shake on a friend.
Oh, shaking on it.
Why are we
Steal nice things. Like your sister makes you a sandwich, you're not gonna be like, "Yeah, thank you very much." All right. Get back. Bitch.
I don't know, guys. Yeah. Okay.
That's all on.
Let's go with it. That's recorded. All recorded there.
It's recording.
Yeah, it's been recording all this time. I have.
Recording.
I'm sure. Yeah, it picks up enough.
It's not recording.
It's picking up on you.
Oh, but it's not. Usually take.
I just want to.
Not visually, no,
Yeah.
no, distance.
Tony,
Go,
they
real
can't
quick
see
here.
you. They can't see you. They can't see you.
Uh huh.
Can't see you.
Go for it. On your calculator, have you guys tried it? And did you guys get $32?
Yes.
32
So 8 divided by 0.25, because I got to make sure I'm correct as well. So this guy just gave us selling price. And we got selling price markup would be selling price minus cost. This point, $32 minus $8. Gourmet chocolates, huge markup. Is that right? Especially around Valentine's Day. Roses are a huge markup, especially right before Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. We have supply and demand curves happening. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
There's
They don't love you.
five. The leftovers,
Oh yes, uh-huh. Look.
but like buying.
You don't even have to have a
Like,
girlfriend.
that's
You can have a monster.
Everyone's.
There's uh-huh. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, about midway through Valentine's Day, my wife walked into Trader Joe's and there was like no flowers. There was nothing. It was all gone. Right?
She
So, yeah.
girl.
Yeah, that it. Just cut them. Yeah, so that was interesting.
What?
Are you offering to buy me flowers?
We can stop it. Stop. Oh, now he's getting up.
Oh, I got set up.
He wants to buy me flowers. He just didn't want to make a business deal.
I don't know. I don't
I'm gonna buy
know.
me a white monster. I'm gonna buy him flowers.
No, I did not know it was my show. Was that part? Is that five?
You didn't sign the contract. Like that's
I'll buy you.
that's doing something nice. You don't have to shake on that part.
Right, let's go with it here. One last one. One last one for the day. You go. How do we go from?
Financial literacy, redefining love.
Okay. We're gonna go from rate of cost and the selling price. So now we know what the selling price is. We know what the rate of cost was. So if you guys want to write down that equation real quick here.
Is this the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one. Yeah. Just
It's an
time.
example, so I have like 2 lines.
Example and 2 problems usually.
Friday?
No, is it a Friday? I don't think
That's
so.
not be.
I don't
They
think so.
announced it on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, okay.
It is a Friday?
It's a Friday.
My mom said it's 100% not a Friday.
Oh really? Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Did you ever go to Santa Claus before?
Here we are.
That was not one.
All right, so let's go with it. Everybody write down the formula.
She's telling that because she's my
Go,
mom,
go,
it's
go.
because she's the assistant to the high school director. It's
Well,
not
like,
she's gonna let
she's still like your mom.
Hey, fancy pants.
Anyway, next problem.
So she would tell you that there's a Friday, but she wouldn't tell me that.
Did she
there's
shake
a
on
Friday.
it?
Because like she's my like
keep it on the
Uh-huh.
right.
I'm about to.
They should start what?
75%
Hmm.
times 3.
Okay.
$3. Multiply that
Bye.
by 75%.
Okay, we're good.
Oh, you're
Good.
dark.
Example. Are we good with? Everybody wrote down the equation.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one right here. So I know at the end of the day, I know
Cost is 2.
that there was. It's selling for $3, and the markup was 25%. But I don't know what the markup was. I know the markup rate, and then I have that.
Wait, so that 3 is the
Yes.
selling price? Or the
So I need to know. I need to know what the cost was, and then I also need to know the markup as well.
$3. Is that selling price?
Yeah.
Selling price is $3. Uh-huh. So remember, everything is based on selling. All right, so I'm thinking the first thing we do, we're going to subtract from 100. Is that right? These guys here. So the rate of cost is 100 minus 25 is 0.75 or 75%. At this point, we are multiplying. So here it is. We get the 75% out of it here. And then we say cost, just like the previous slide said, cost is equal to selling price times the rate of cost. So I got cost is $2.25. And at that point, if something costs $2.25, but selling for $3, you know that there was a 75-cent markup on that pencil. Let's see what's some other fun stuff here. There was a mechanical pencil. It was called Dr. Grip. It was this interesting pencil. It was just a cool thing. I mean, everybody was buying this thing. It was fatter. You know how mechanical pencils are usually like very, very tiny, right?
Yeah.
It was bigger. It wasn't straight. It was like on the end, it was bigger at the end than on the bottom. And then and then there was a grip to it. So there it was. I'm gonna stop talking. You guys, bad minds, guys. Dang.
Boy,
I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna be done.
I'm not my fault. They're almost too.
Dang.
Right next rock.
It's fine.
Okay, how we good there with this one? Good. Yeah, we're good there. So jamming here. So find the markup based on the cost and the markup based upon the selling price on a computer that costs $1,500 and sells for $1,000. So now we got end, top, and so just want to see what's the. Okay, so we'll come into conclusion. So this puts like 9.1, 9.2 together. We good? So we already saw it in the beginning of the class here, but I got a computer sells for $1,500, a $500 markup, or it sells for $2,000, right? Cost is $1,500, so you know the markup is $500. So question is this: what happens if we say the markup is based upon the cost? And what happens if we sell the markup is based upon the selling price? What's the difference in percentages? We're good? Is there a way to figure out that? Is there a connection between those two? And so here it is. So if that is the case, you guys talked to me, $1,500, $500 from $1,500. Isn't that 33%? 33 and a third. And so as we add this up, this should be 133 and a third. True. If this was based upon the selling price, what is 500 out of 2,000? 25%, right? So this would be 25%. Then this goes back to 75% right here, right?
So like to make them pull out the jokes, man. Where the cost doesn't go add up to the hundreds.
This should be
Oh no.
this should be over 100% here, right?
Yeah.
And then whatever the markup is here. These guys should always be under 100% right here, right?
The RSP is nice.
Just make little box things for like every problem we do. Or
If you do, but if you can kind of read it right away, that's fine too. Uh-huh.
like 100.
Yeah.
Like
We should just have a Friday dedicated to Whitney.
All right. I don't see anybody else
Why?
coming out of their classroom here. So are we good there?
You dedicated to me. I was thinking, well, hey. Well, like I would have to shake hands with Mr. Ray.
How do we this exactly a third? That match.
Oh yeah, because you go 500 divided by 1,500, right? Because it's basing it upon the cost. So it's this divided by this.
So the first one is big.
Right, and you did not know that ahead of time, right? You had to actually subtract the two first, right? Because you just know 1,500, you do 1,000. So subtracting the two says, oh, I got a markup of $500. I would go from there. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. We good?
And then the other one, you just do it off of 2,000.
Did we finish 9.2?
I bet you, yeah. There's one slide, but it was just a summary slide here.
That was the summary. Oh,
I got two.
thank you.
You got it. You got it. Guys, enjoy your weekend. See you guys on Monday.